What's up? Oh shit. Get the mic close to me, so hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully y'all can hear me. What's up? What's going on? Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And yes, dirty folks, there was intentions on shouting you out on the fight promoter. I did steal that from you and snuck it into the thumbnail. Absolutely, absolutely. So shout out to dirty folks on that for calling them fight promoters. It's a concept that we've talked about a lot, but the dirty folks always come up with the perfect name to call something. Always come up with the perfect name to call something. But yes, that is a classic case of a fight promoter. This man is on trial for murder because his woman attacked him. She attacked him. No evidence that he even properly defended himself other than just defensive maneuvers. And then after it all, the text messages were exposed that she basically sent a gun. Like I said, the most unprotected women, they be having their goons on speed dial. They not protected. They're unprotected. That protection shows up locked and loaded all the time. And when you protect yourself from the locked and loaded protection, now you on trial. Yes, they Don King all day. But shout out to dirty folks. Do got to give you credit for that being in the thumbnail. I do. Whenever I use your lines, I tend to give proper credit and attribution to the wording, your unique phrasing, your unique wording of things. But anyway, we're about to go ahead and get into this thing. So strap on in. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
All right, what is going on, everybody? What's up? Welcome back to another wonderful Saturday show. Shout out to everybody in the building. Do appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to LB Crypto, says let's go. Shout out to RM, and as she always says, on your way in the building, hit the like button. Absolutely. Shout out to Hood Conservative, who we are joined by. I think that TikTok is him counting down the clock for me being on CP time. Shout out to Papa Naya Shelly. Okay, weird name. Shout out to you. Thanks for being in the building. Shout out to the Clue channel. Says hoes mad. Dirty folks in the building says fight promoter sounds familiar. Absolutely, absolutely. I was definitely give proper credit and attribution to you and the concepts that you come out with, that you come up with. Absolutely. Shout out to you, and yes, they are fight promoters. Absolutely. Clue channel in the building said, "Dirty folks, I shouted you out on my last stream. Black women, black equals women, gays, and felons." Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to the Clue channel. Shout out to Excalibur. Shout out to who else we got in here? Black Merlin in the building. He says, "Good morning, everyone." Shout out to Dolomite in the building. Says she sent her brother on a crash dummy mission. Absolutely. Gassing him up. Now she wants to play like she didn't do anything. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. We about to get into that. We're about to get into that. Joined by the one and only hood conservative who nobody breaks this type of stuff down better than him. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. This situation, this story, I didn't know that much about it until this morning. I knew people was covering it. I never looked into it. You sent me the clips, and I was like, oh shoot, this is all kinds of messed up. But where do we start with this, man? Go ahead. You got the floor. You got the mic.
What's going on, man? And look, honestly, I gotta say, I gotta issue a preemptive mea culpa here because I've been a little bit busy in my own life. I haven't been catching. I don't know all of the details on this entire case. So I'm kind of piecing it together. We're building the plane as we fly, and so I kind of just sort of caught this maybe 2 or 3 days ago. It started to like circulate in the social media news, and apparently you got an ex-football player who was in a domestic dispute with a woman who I believe she was married at the time. She has a husband, and he is like her side dude. And apparently she gets upset with her side dude for having other women. And she gets
I've seen that situation in real life before. Not with me, but it was people I knew. Somebody, a chick I worked with. She was messing with a dude at the job who was married, and she was, obviously okay with him being married and everything. She was a side chick. Well, when she found out that he had some other something going on the side, I think with another somebody that worked. I mean, it was like 3,000 people that worked at the place. So I mean, it's easy for him to have two side chicks at the same job, But she was ready to lose her job fighting the parking lot over that one. Like, hell no. Now you can, I'm gonna be your side. You ain't about to cheat on me with another side chick. So yes, that is a thing that exists. That is a thing that exists. But go ahead.
So she is confronting him about this whole extra marital, it's an extra marital affair that he's engaging in, right? And she's confronting him, and it gets physical. And so the story is that he basically put his hands on her because she was arguing with him about his other woman. He got physical with her, and then she called her brothers up to confront him. One of the brothers apparently, he brings a gun because that's just the type of thing you do when your sister randomly calls you about some dude that she's tied up with. You bring your gun. And so the brother brings a gun, and the confrontation happens. And not only did the brother bring his gun, he brought like 4 of his homeboys with him. So he brought his posse. And so the posse and the gun, they all get the confrontation they were looking for. And apparently the ex-football player, Mr. Rudolph, I believe Travis Rudolph is his name, I believe. And I think he had his own gun because, of course, and he won the confrontation basically. And after Hoes got mad, Hoes are now even madder and trying to say that he murdered her brother, I think.
Right. All the stuff that I was looking at, I mean, that's wild. And that basically sums up what happened. We're gonna roll some not so beautiful bean footage to that's going to parse out the details. We're going to get into the whole. It was just all kind of bad. Just when they're talking to her on the stand, it, all of it was bad. And we got to get into the aspect of this that this looks like classic, typical, standard self-defense. A mob showed up at this man's house. Like
Yeah.
in anything that happens after a mob show up at your house should be in bounds. It should be.
There was a case. There was a case in Long Island a couple of years ago, and I felt bad. I never really heard what happened to the case after the verdict, but I mean, it happened to the guy after the verdict. He probably is home by now, but there was a guy in Long Island, a black guy. His son is like a teenager at some high school, and apparently his son gets caught up in some controversy. Allegations that he did something to a girl, basically, right? So these teenage boys all show up at the house now of the boy who allegedly did something to this girl. It's this man's son, the black guy. So it's kind of a racial thing. There's a bunch of young white kids come up to this guy's house, and they're calling the boy out. He did something to this girl, and they're gonna beat his ass. And so dad comes on the porch with a shotgun. And now, as the story goes, dad coming on the porch with the shotgun wasn't enough to keep the kids at bay. And so one of the kids gets into a tussle with the dad, and dad shoots him, and dad goes to jail. Now, I feel like the dad should have walked on that, but, this is New York, and apparently, the laws are written by, like, desperate housewives are up here or something. And we're just having a weird problem where you can't defend yourself on your own property with a legal weapon nowadays.
Yeah. And that's something that I said before. And, I tend not to get too deep in we talk about race all the time, but I normally don't talk about it from this angle, but, because I'm in the camp and you're in the camp that black people invest too much time complaining about racism. But on some things there is a there. And one of the areas where I say it's definitely a there is when a situation like this happens where and well, let me back up and explain it like this. We look at stand your ground, like they were trying to say the stand your ground law is racist. I think they were saying that when, I don't know if it was a Trayvon Martin case that had a lot of people saying that the stand your ground law was racist, but the fact of the matter is stand your ground is used more in black on black situations, as it should be, because again, if you're a legal gun owner, somebody run up on you, you gotta do what you gotta do to protect yourself. But they don't look at it like this is a man who was protecting himself. They look at it like, oh, these just two niggas in a shootout. And so that's where that's where the argument of all the system is racist, white people racist, everybody racist, racism. That's where that argument comes in, because I do feel like I think, I don't like to say I feel like I'm on like one of the chicks on Fresh and Fit, but I feel like that they are just treating it like it was just some niggas in a shootout, even though one of them was literally at his own house. It's like and a mob came in. So, instead of looking at it as self-defense, they looking at it like niggas just niggas go nigga. That's how they looking at it. And it's like, nah, that ain't right. They gotta give him that same Kyle Rittenhouse protection, goddamn it.
Well, listen, technically, these same people who thought Kyle Rittenhouse was guilty would probably treat him the same way. Like the way they're trying to railroad this black man is the same energy they tried to railroad the Rittenhouse guy. And it's like, you're going to look at the evidence, because now there's video evidence and there's all kind of forensic evidence and text messages and whatnot. And it's like, you're really going to look at all the evidence and say he's like a killer now. Like, come on, bro, don't do this to me. And there's something else I wanted to highlight to you. It's a little bit of a non sequitur, but it feels loosely connected just because of the amount of arrogance and just the attitude of the prosecutors and their witnesses, and when they're all trying to like railroad this guy for murder. But there's a concept that I created called policy-based white supremacy. Yeah, I know it sounds heavy, doesn't it? Policy-based. You look like you smelled a fart when I said it.
Okay, perhaps, but I was a little confused because I think they would argue that it's all policy based.
Policy-based white supremacy is Planned Parenthood. Policy-based white supremacy is a lot of the things that the left supports as a part of their political platform. It is actually doing harm to the black community based on their policies. They're using policies to harm the black community. So I'm saying, the left, especially the black left, they support policy-based white supremacy. And I was kind of talking about that on my show earlier today.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I know you covered it. I didn't cover it, but it was a real good debate between some black conservatives and black liberals on, I forgot the name of the channel, that Shamika and Michelle chick that be on Jason Whitlock was on there, and she was going ham and everything. And I think it was her that asked when the black liberals were complaining, about racism and everything and white supremacy, but they're pro-life. And then I think it was Shamika Michelle that asked her, or maybe it was one of the black conservatives on there, but I think it was Shamika Michelle who said, is abortion a tool of white supremacy? And they couldn't answer the question. Like, they couldn't answer that question to save their life.
Right.
But there's a cold hard piece of reality in there that, yes, some of the things that they promote from the good white people that have our back basically amounts to the same type of white supremacy that they complain about. So then I asked the question, are they really complaining about white supremacy, or are they just bitching about the particular white people that they don't like? It's like, but then we got to call it white supremacy, because you don't call it white supremacy across the board, because you would look at like something that's put in place to more or less reduce the black population, and black people real religious, so they're not going to say that these aren't, an aborted fetus is not a human being with a soul. So right. Yes, if something is put in place to destroy and kill black human beings, you don't view that as a tool of white supremacy or part of the system of white supremacy that you complain about. You see? So
now here's the thing. The reason why I'm thinking about this in the context of this trial we're about to talk about, I would never actually just say that what's happening in this trial is just white supremacy, clean cut, end of story, right? But it feels white supremacy like, because what you have here is basically the law. You have the system coming together to defend the black woman.
Oh shit! You went out. You muted something. Your mic just muted.
Yeah, no, excuse me. We had the system that came together to defend a black woman against a good black man who defended himself against some fucking hoodlums, basically. And it's like, so a black woman is using the system to tear down a black man after she herself tried to attack him. And this has just the feel, it's like a sprinkle, just a dash of white supremacy. I just feel a little dash, like somebody just did the little sprinkle, the chef sprinkle of white supremacy. It just feels like a little bit of that in there.
What is that, Salt Bay, where you be doing that?
Yeah, just Salt Bay, the white supremacy in there. Like, there's something in there that just really feels weird.
Yeah, no, all day. And one more thing to now, since we, dabbling into the politics. Well, hold on, real quick. Let me address this right here. I wish I would have got to it sooner, because I don't know, he's probably still not in here. But okay, off of Cuss Lucas, I think I said that right. Says, Bernard, are you shadow banned? Are you saying that because you don't get my my thumbnails, alerts, or stuff like that? Is that why you're asking that question, or is that related to the views? If you're just talking about the views, then hey, YouTube is YouTube. Shit is fickle. It'd be up, it'd be down, and but it is what it is. But if you're not getting my notifications, and you got the bell, and you bang the bell and put on the notifications, and you're not getting them, then that does mean something is in the system that could be, that could be incorrect. That some people petition that they'll make it known to YouTube that people who have banged the bell don't get the notification. So let me know in the chat room if you're just not getting the notifications. I think my notifications are still going out just like regular, but let me know. But all right. So damn it, I was about to say something. What was I about to say before that? Before I
we're talking about white supremacy, Salt Bae sprinkled in white supremacy, and you jumped into that.
Damn it, it was something else.
To move on to the trial, I think, but I don't know.
Yeah, okay. It'll come back. It'll come back. But let me know. Let me know, Lucas. I'm not going to try to say the first part of your name again. But yeah, just let me know. And yes, as it says right there, grown man hour, refresh your notifications periodically to know when BR goes live and uploads by turning them off, then back on. Yeah, make a banner for that one. So we can periodically put that on the screen. Because yeah, it's a lot of people who I've been subscribed to for a while who I don't see. Hell, sometimes I don't even see hood conservative thumbnails. Like YouTube is funny like that. You gotta go, you gotta unsubscribe and subscribe again and turn on all the notifications fresh. You gotta do shit like that. It's people like like Roger Report. Do you know if the Roger Report, do he still do content? I haven't seen one of his thumbnails in 6 months.
Well, I'm actually sub to him. I don't think he uses thumbnails. I think he just goes straight guerrilla style.
That's how I started out too. Like, but I don't see his whatever this guerrilla style shit. I don't know if he's even still on YouTube. Like that's how bad YouTube can get sometimes with thumbnailing. So yeah. Hell, give me the HBO. Shout out to Poor Man's Podcast. Give me the HBO special. Help a brother out. Make sure you bang the bell. Turn on all notifications if you don't want to miss when I go live. But all right. And G5 in the building. G5 in the building with $10 super chat says peace. Absolutely. Shout out to you. Do appreciate it, dude.
What do we get for $10? Everything you want.
Damn. See, yep. Charles Merchant says same here. I lucked out catching this one. So yeah, there it is right there. And see, Roger Report still goes live. I just never see his thumbnails. That's just one example. That's just the first example that came to mind of people who go live and I never see their thumbnails no more.
That might be more an issue of your algorithm not suggesting things properly to you. So
true.
If you're subbed and you have the notifications on and you don't actively watch the stuff that you're subscribed to, even if having the notifications on, you may or may not see the notification, but it won't show up in like your suggested feed for that much.
Yeah. Unless you say bang, unless you push all. But that's YouTube shop politics. Okay, we can get past that. Fuck the algorithm. Anyway, but no, I love the almighty algo. Let me not say that. But no, bang the bell and then hit all. It should give you all notifications. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. I'll roll the first piece of information, first piece of content out. Let me go to the email that you sent me.
I think it starts out with a news clip because the news clip will kind of give you the whole story, the rundown of everything, and then the courtroom footage, because I think this trial is current because the footage that's getting posted is like it's barely a day old when I bookmarked it. So I think this is a live trial that's happening now.
Yeah, it is.
Watching
lead attorney been covering it, so he normally he basically do live, watching it in the court while the courtroom is going on live. He do a live react to it while it's happening live in the courtroom. So yeah,
But no, I was going to say, watching these people on the stand give their testimony, it is the most like arrogant stuff. That's why I'm like, this has just a weird white supremacy feel to it, because it's like they're just adamant about railroading this poor dude, and I can't think of a good reason why.
Oh, now I know what I was going to say. What I want to know is, and I know why. Well, I don't know why, but the I got it set up kind of cool like that, by the way. But this is my thing, and we talk a lot about how, you know, a lot of black people are leaving the Democratic Party. You know, all of them aren't just going Republican, but they just looking at the Democrats like, these just the same old, you know, races of old or whatever. They own the same bullshit. They all the parties are the same. A lot of black people are getting on that. Okay, there's an opportunity there for Republicans to actually make a move if they really about that life. I don't think they are, but if they really about that life, they will be coming out making a bunch of noise in defense of this man. The damn NRA, all, you know, they would be making a lot of noise in defense of this man, because like you kind of laid out, it does look as if this man is being railroaded in favor of a black. I mean, it reeks of some bullshit.
Yeah, like I said,
Reeks.
the white supremacy thing, I would never say, like, I'm making a joke, just, bringing it up in this way, but it does have the feel of something wrong. And white supremacy doesn't describe exactly what's going wrong here, but he's obviously being done wrong on some kind of level, and we're watching it play out.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. All right, I'm about to roll it. Give me a second. I'm trying to find something. Yeah, this is behind the scenes discussion, but I've made it just right to where, like, the banners. Hold on, I'm talking to RM. The banners are just right to where. Yeah, see, they're not blocking. So yeah, you can put up the banners now. They're not blocking. I had it set up before where they were blocking me and whoever was on the show, but now it's set up just right, so you can put the banners up. So yeah, put the banners up, and
Yeah, it's a way better deal.
yeah. But all right, cool. All right, let's go. Let's roll it.
Say that shows that Travis Rudolph was the aggressor, that he was shooting at 4 men who came apparently to shoot up his house. Although one of those men testified today saying that just meant they were there for a fist fight, not murder. Prosecutors say Travis Rudolph was the aggressor the night in April 2021. 4 men showed up at his door, Rudolph shooting 39 rounds as they fled following a fight, showing jurors this surveillance video of bullets flying from Rudolph's semi-automatic rifle as he chased them down the street.
Murder begins when self-defense ends. Now, that was a simple sentence said many, many years ago, but that simple sentence perfectly encapsulates why this defendant.
Yeah, stop. Yeah. Right. Yeah. On that pose, does he look like a man who's ever had to defend himself from anything, anywhere, ever?
From male, he had probably needed to defend himself from male pattern baldness. That's about it. But
I mean, his wife probably hits him, but other than that,
yeah. Well, let's. What does that statement even mean? Murder begins. Self-defense ends where murder begins. I don't even understand it.
Well, what I'm getting at is people who don't even understand the concept of defending yourself want to make rules about what self-defense should be. It's like, bro, you probably never been in a real fight, and you're gonna now tell me how to behave when a real thing comes down. Not even a fight, but like, this is an actual situation where people are coming to probably murder me, and you're now going to try to explain the rules when you've been in your house playing Monopoly and Dungeons and Dragons all your life. Like, no, you don't understand what really goes on in the world, and your set of rules don't work in the real world. That's kind of what I'm getting at. And I think what he's saying about self-defense ends where murder begins, he's saying it in a weird way to get the jury. It's like it's emotionally charged phrase to catch the jury's heartstrings. But what he's really trying to get at is that sort of invisible line where you cross as a homeowner, where you can do certain things as an armed homeowner, but there's sort of a moment where you're not allowed to take these actions. So like, if he's running away, you're not allowed to shoot. Like, that's literally what they're going to tell you. I personally don't agree, but that's the law. Like if a person is in your bedroom trying to kill you, and then you happen to get the gun and he turns and runs, you're now wrong for shooting him in the back as he flees from trying to get you, even though the only reason he's fleeing is because, surprise, I got a gun. You see how stupid it becomes when you think about it. Sometimes it's like, oh, so now I can't defend myself, and I just got to hold that. Like, nah. You're gonna maybe getting shot in the back isn't the worst thing to ever happen to a crazy person.
Yeah. So that it's messed up that that's the argument. I'll just say that it's messed up that that's the argument that they're going with. That he's wrong. He's wrong because he shot at people fleeing the scene. That's essentially the argument. I can't
Well,
get jiggy.
one of them died. One of them died, I think. So it's it's not just that he shot at. I think he probably killed one, and then the rest of them ran, and he was shooting at them.
Okay, so yeah, so when he first started, because we're gonna play in the other tape, in the other tapes, he basically said he went and grabbed a gun when he came back out there. I don't know who it was. I think his friend, brother, somebody was basically getting jumped. Like two dudes was like stomping on him, so he came out there and started shooting, and then they ran. So clearly he shot one of them when it was an obvious threat situation. All right, he shot one of them when it was an obvious threat situation. People start scrambling. You can make a case that you shouldn't fire off however many rounds he fired off. I think it was in the 30s, 39 total shots. Okay, I understand you could make a case that, hey, you shouldn't do that, but in the moment, you can't. I can't justify the logic behind trying to lock somebody up for the shots he fired after the people who clearly came there to cause him harm scrambled. I can't get with that, man. That's wild. And you were, that's what I want to say. You were right on that invisible line that he's basically say you defend yourself all the way up into murdering somebody. Like what that essentially says is that criminals who invade your home, well, because they're criminals, they could be as reckless as humanly possible and with no regard for your life, but you must handle it delicately and tread lightly and handle your potential murderers with care. That's what that essentially is saying.
They're basically saying violent murderers who come to murder you are people too.
Yeah.
And I severely disagree with the value in that logic. Like, I mean, yeah, they're people too, but some people got to go.
Yeah.
Right there, Travis Rudolph is sitting in the chair that he's sitting in.
The four men arrived when Rudolph's girlfriend contacted them, claiming Rudolph had assaulted her after she found texts from other women on his phone, telling them to come shoot up the house. One of those men, the girlfriend's brother, testifying he was throwing punches at Rudolph during the fistfight, but insisting no one pulled a gun and all four ran and got into their car. But Rudolph's attorney insisting Rudolph was acting in self-defense.
Isn't that a fact that you guys
Hey, when niggas hold their head cocked to the side like that, like just put your head up straight, man.
Look at this gold chain. Yeah, he really in the court looking like
Nino. How you come in the courtroom looking like Nino Brown?
No, this nigga look like Neo Soul. He look like he about to sing a love song. All the baby mamas in the courtroom gonna be crying when he done.
Okay, you went a different route. I'm saying you don't come in. This is a murder trial. You don't come in dressed in an all black turtleneck with a gold chain. I was getting CMB vibes, but you
look like a Neo Soul gangster, bro. He gonna sing a love song and beat your bitch up after he done.
Yeah. Oh shit, I didn't do that quite right. But anyway, all right, UP, how would that say? What did I say? UYP Studio in the building with the $5 super chat says his brother said no shots until they got back to the car and pointed their gun at him and his brother. His brother said no shots until they got back to the car and pointed their gun at him and his brother. I don't understand.
These last $2.
Thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm not quite getting.
Even if that's the story, he's basically saying that the brothers brought the gun with them, but they didn't actually use the gun until they were being shot at. That's what he's trying to say. But I'm like, bruh, it doesn't matter. You brought the gun with you with intent to harm.
Yeah. And then there's those pesky text messages too. Then there's those pesky text messages where
and then when only white people will take this seriously. When black people are like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot your shit up. No. That just means that they were coming to have fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Like, who really does that? Like, that's the story we all gonna go with, and just everything's fine, right? You know, shoot your shit up means that's black people speak for fisticuffs.
Yeah. True Hype in the building says, I don't know if you were the NRA you picked this case to defend as he shot 39 times. No. Let some niggas run up on a white person's house. It's no amount of shots that would be too many shots. The NRA would defend that shit. So I'm just saying, from a tactical standpoint, that, you know, this is if they want to not look like racist white people. Cases like this are the cases where it seems like they would be playing some lip service at least. Like, goddamn, you know.
Listen, this is where the NRA can be like, listen, 39 times really isn't that much in the black community. You know, that sounds like a lot because you're white and you live in a safe neighborhood, but in the black community, this is actually not that uncommon, right? That's where the NRA should go, but they don't have the balls to do it.
Oh, man. Thank you for that super chat. Do appreciate that. Oh man. All right, here we go. Let's roll some more. Do you want to talk about the chick assaulting him on camera and him making evasive maneuvers? Because I do think the initial reporting was that he assaulted her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got video of that and all, so we can play that too and break that down in a minute. Let's just keep this going.
Okay. All right.
Immediately attacked him, never giving him a chance to do anything.
No.
Fact that
testifying he was throwing punches at Rudolph during the fist fight, but insisting no one pulled a gun and all four ran and got into their car. But Rudolph's
that's her hitting him right there.
Rudolph was acting in self-defense.
Isn't that a fact that you guys immediately attacked him, never giving him a chance to do anything?
No.
Rudolph's attorneys say he never began shooting until two of the men in the car pointed guns at him through the windows, and he was in fear for his life.
They were vigilantes. They were four men who went there to retaliate and kill, just as they were ordered to do.
But Cashapp Jones saying he was in the front seat and did not see Sebastian Jean-Jacques lean out of the back seat and point a gun at Rudolph.
I'm telling you that I didn't see any guns pointed.
And two of the men did apparently have weapons. Testimony in this case will continue throughout the week. Live in West Palm Beach, Terry Parker, WPBF.
All right.
What is that, Florida or something?
I don't know. I do know Florida is a stand your ground law. Stand your ground state. So there's that. That's
the weird thing about stand your ground too. Black people have been sort of told to think of it as a racist law, but if you get into the actual cases, black people use that law to defend themselves quite often.
Yeah. Yep. All day. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to pull this up real quick.
Hold up.
Why isn't that? Oh, here it go. Oh, that's not going to show well, but all right. Let's see.
Somebody trying to be funny, huh?
All right. All right, let's do that. All right. I don't know why that's playing smaller like that. I don't like that. I like when it covered the whole damn screen. But all right. All right. So let's roll it. Let's roll it.
911 calls for help flood into dispatch around midnight.
Things escalated so quickly.
For the first time, Travis Rudolph talks about the night he says 4 men showed up at his front door.
I just heard a loud bang, as if like the police was at the door.
In exclusive video, we can now see everything playing out on security cameras.
This all happened within seconds, so my brother was the first one to get to the door, so I was worried about his safety as well.
What Travis at?
According to court records, Rudolph and his then girlfriend, Dominique Jones, got into a fight earlier that night.
Open this door, bro, because this got me. Dominique, stop.
Who are you calling it, bruh?
Afterwards, she texted her brother, Keyshawn Jones. Evidence shows they both made threats towards Rudolph.
As soon as I came outside, literally.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I wanted you to stop real quick too, because then, all right, you asked me about the whole girl
Keyshawn
thing.
Jones. Evidence shows they both made threats towards Rudolph.
All right, that's small, and I was trying to figure out a way. I was trying to upload it so I can make it show bigger. But right there, this is a text message from one of the guys. He said, Travis is a dead man walking, and this is her. And shout out to Dirty Folks, be calling them fight promoters. But she says, please go shoot his ass up. Like, you can't escape those text messages. The mere fact that they were saying that via text message, they showed up 4 deep and brought guns. Again, anything that this man did in response is justified.
Now, my brother Bernard, I think you may perhaps be guilty of using the language of white supremacy right now, because clearly when black people say shoot him up, she is implying fisticuffs, my brother. That is black people speak for fisticuffs.
All right. All right. Well, even if we go down that that path, 4 guys show up to have a fist fight where, you know, like if four guys show up to jump you on your porch, are you wrong for answering that door with a gun? Okay.
Well, one, I'm going to say, I don't know why the brother even answered the door the way he did, because I would have looked out the window. I'd be like, what's up with all these niggas? Hold up. Let me get prepared for all these niggas. That's one. But then 2, let me just, make this a real joke real quick. Listen, if you can't fight all 4 men, are you really a black man? Like, really? If you can't fight 4 niggas by yourself, can you really call yourself a black man? Just saying.
Apparently that's apparently that's how they viewing it. Apparently they must be viewing it like that. Like you'd have been all right. You could handle them. What's an ass whooping for a black man? You can go in and take that ass whooping. You ain't have to kill him.
You eat an ass whooping every day, right? You black. That's how it is, isn't it? It's just another one. Just throw another ass whooping on the Barbie.
You're black, ain't you? Oh man.
Look at the chat. LF says Jack Reacher can fight all 4 men.
Yeah, okay.
The white man can do it, and he little. Tom Cruise is like 5 foot nothing. He can fight all 4 men.
That's fucked up. Say Jack Reacher could do it.
so fucking tired of this shit. Fuck this.
All right.
Flood into dispatch
I
around midnight.
tried to find a better.
So
I tried to find a better version of it, but it ain't no better. I tried to find a version of it that would be bigger. Goddamn Twitter sometimes do not give you good video that translates. But all right, all right. Let's see. That is wild. But y'all can take our word on the text messages. They say what they say. And the text messages say, "Go shoot his ass up." That's what they say. All right, let's roll it.
She texted her brother, Keyshawn Jones. Evidence shows they both made threats towards Rudolph.
as soon as I came outside, literally, Tyler, like, he sucker punched me to my left eye. It was Tyler and Sebastian. It was like kind of trying to corner me in. And Tyler, he had pulled out his firearm. And during that time, Tyler pulled out his firearm. Sebastian was like, "You mess with the wrong girl, you're gonna die tonight." And then that's when I went back inside and grabbed my firearm.
The fight spilling out into the street. The video shows Rudolph then running off his property with an AR-15.
I had to do what I had to do, you know what I'm saying, to protect me and my family. My brother was on the ground getting jumped by two of those guys, getting kicked. So that's the reason why I went down the street. While they're all in their car, I see two firearms pointing at me and my brother. And I couldn't believe it. It's just a split decision where I just felt like it's either me or and my brother or these guys that's, you know what I'm saying, gonna get hurt.
Rudolph firing 39 rounds, the four men speeding off.
I know people at home are going to question, okay, he has an AR-15 and he fired.
911 calls for help.
Damn it, I don't like
four
that.
men speeding off.
Like it's
I know.
bad thing. She says AR-15 like it was like an assault baby or something like that. Like it was like you're not supposed to have this type of thing. Like it's a gun. Like yeah, they had a gun. How come my gun is mentioned as if it's a negative thing or something?
Yeah. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. I want to back up a little bit. Because when he talked about how, just the play-by-play of how it happened, it sounded like he answered the door. No, his brother answered the door. Hold on. It looked like his brother answered the door, and then
Open this door, bro.
Then the whole altercation or whatever happened. I mean, that was when she was hitting him. That's earlier. But it sounded like, and maybe I'm getting the chronology wrong. It sounded like it looked like his brother answered the door, and then they start fighting. But then he said he got hit in the face, and then he went back in and got the gun.
Left eye. It was Tyler and Sebastian.
No, you're watching two different things.
They both made
that
threats
thing you
towards
just saw, that's his girl hitting him.
Oh no. I know. I understood that part. I was saying that. Okay, that when he was saying he got hit in the face, he was talking about he got hit in the face by his girl, or was he describing it hit in the face by them?
Oh, you know what? Actually, probably by them. Because apparently he was in the house having his own scuffle, and his brother's outside getting jumped. So it's like 2-on-1, one in the house, and then another 2-on-1 outside.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Evidence shows they both made threats towards Rudolph.
As soon as I came outside, literally, Tyler, like, he sucker punched me to my left eye. It was Tyler and Sebastian. It was like kind of trying to corner me in. And Tyler, he had pulled out his firearm. And during that time, Tyler pulled out his firearm. Sebastian was like, "You mess with the wrong girl, you're gonna die tonight." And then that's when I went back inside and grabbed my firearm.
The fight spilling out into the street. The video shows Rudolph then running off his property with an AR-15.
I had to do what I had to do, you know what I'm saying, to protect me and my family. My brother was on the ground getting jumped by two of those guys, getting kicked. So that's the reason why I went down the street. While they're all in their car, I see two firearms pointing at me and my brother. And I couldn't believe it. It's just a split decision where I just felt like it's either me or
yeah.
If like the police was at the door.
In exclusive video, we can now see everything playing out on security cameras.
This all happened within seconds, so my brother was the first one to get to the door, so I was worried about his safety as well.
Where Travis at? Where Travis at? Travis at?
According to court records, Rudolph and his then-girlfriend, Dominique Jones, got into a fight earlier.
All right, yeah. So it looked like a situation where the brother went out there, answered the door, got jumped, and then he came out there with a gun. I don't know if he got sucker punched while having a gun in his hand. The chronology don't really matter that much. You know, I was just trying to get a clear picture of the chronology. I guess it don't matter that much. The fact of the matter is they did come to that man's house with ill intent, and he defended his house. And should be an open shut case. Should be an open shut case.
I just got to point this out too. This just seems like bad home ownership or whatever the word. This is just bad tactical situational awareness. I guess we'll put this under the column of situational awareness, right? It's nighttime. You had this altercation. You and your brother both know that you had this little thing with your girl, whatever. So something did happen recently. And then now it's nighttime and all these people come to your home and you just open the door all the way and go outside with your bare chest to deal with this problem. That's wrong in so many levels, especially knowing that the home is already armed anyway. I'm not coming out on the porch to have words with you niggas. All right. And if anything, this is how it's going to go down. Somebody's going to be in the window with the rifle and then somebody's going to be talking to you niggas and it's going to be a really short conversation and you better not move. Like, that's the only way I could have this type of conversation, because why else do I have this fucking gun if I'm not going to protect myself? I'm going to protect myself before I even have to shoot you, is what I'm saying here. Like, you don't even approach the situation like we're all going to just have a civil conversation on my doorstep in the middle of the evening. No. All you niggas need to be on notice that I might shoot you if you twitch. And then say what you got to say and drive home.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. I can't. It's a lot of. I mean, listen. People in given situations make mistakes. All right, so I mean, I try not to trip on that. You know, people make their mistakes. The fact of the matter is, he should not have opened that goddamn door. That part I can't explain. I don't like to get into that. I don't like to get into that when somebody is the victim. I don't always like to get into the mistakes that they made, because, you know, people fuck up in the moment. You know, I remember when I covered that situation where I don't know if you know about it. It's a YouTuber. You know, he be in and around on the periphery of this space, named Nathan Daly, who you know, he was a cop and he got dragged by a car. It was a traffic stop. I don't know if the dude got warrants. I forgot what happened. Dude tried to pull off and he like jumped in the car and grabbed the steering wheel and got dragged down the highway. It was like that. It was a dumb move, but anybody trying to say, oh, it's his fault, he shouldn't have did that. He should have did that. I mean, no. Somebody tried to kill him because the dude was basically trying to ram him in other cars and shit. Like, hold on. I'm not going to spend too much time breaking down what he may or may not have done wrong. It was a full-blown murderer on the loose who tried to kill him. It is what it is. I mean, he made a mistake, and then the dude tried to kill him. So that's why I'm not going to, you know. So the guy who opened the door, his brother opened the door. He made a mistake, and then some dudes tried to jump him, and they brought guns. So they might as well say they tried to kill him. So, you know, that's where I'm at with that one. I'm not gonna overthink. I'm not gonna blame the person who, you know, made a misstep.
Now, I mean, maybe it's just me because I've literally been there before. But if I have an altercation with any girl I'm fucking and her relatives show up on my doorstep, God bless you. God bless you all.
Yeah.
That's all. God bless your soul.
Yeah. Absolutely. Put that back up there about the notifications. Make sure you hit and click the notifications, bang the bell. Sometimes you gotta unsubscribe and subscribe again and then redo the notifications. So YouTube will put you in put you in the algo. Some people said earlier that they didn't get the notifications, so make sure you do that. Yeah, it says grown man hour, refresh your notifications periodically to know when BR goes live, and upload by turning them off then back on. Absolutely, make sure do that. Make sure you do that. All right. Let's get to this one right here.
And you made that perfectly clear to her. Whatever words I want to use or your words that you actually use, you made that really clear to Dominique Jones not to tamper with data, I think was your words, right?
Yes.
All right. And that wasn't a joke. You were serious about it.
Of course.
And tampering with evidence in a capital felony is a first-degree felony, right?
Yes.
You can get up to 30 years in prison for doing that potentially, right?
Yes.
And Dominique Jones did tamper with evidence in this case. Isn't that true?
She approached me with the information.
The answer is yes or no, and then you can explain. Isn't it true that she tampered with evidence in this case, ma'am?
I would say no.
Okay.
In and of itself, yes. If deleting a text message, of course, would be considered tampering with evidence. However, because she approached me first and she told me, listen, I freaked out. I had sent a text message. I knew it would be misconstrued, and I freaked out and I deleted it. I didn't ask her that. She divulged that information to me first and foremost.
What date is
it?
How do you know that gun wasn't pointed? You can't tell us with any certainty, based on everything you did in this case, that Tyler Robinson pointed his gun at Mr. Rudolph and his brother or did not point his gun. You don't know that, do you?
No.
He didn't have a concealed weapons permit, did he, Tyler Robinson, back on April 7th and April 6th of 2021?
He had applied for it and had his G license, but I don't believe he had his concealed carry permit yet.
So he was carrying a gun illegally if it was in his pocket, right?
Technically, yes, I suppose so.
Wow, you're a police officer. You arrest people for that all the time, don't you? Well, maybe not as a homicide detective, but when you were a road patrol, you did that.
I've arrested people for that before.
Girls, man.
That's a felony, right?
Yes, sir.
You get up to 5 years in prison.
Yes, sir.
You never charged Mr.
I've been trying to tell y'all for a while. A lot of the professionals, sophisticated professionals with their degrees, they get in those moments. You ask them some straightforward, direct questions, they start sounding not that much different than the chicks that be on Fresh and Fit. I've been saying that for a minute. Actually, if you watch the beginning of the show, like when you watch Fresh and Fit, you watch the beginning of the show, they go around the table, they ask, some of them chicks be having degrees and whatnot. Some of them chicks gonna be, lead detectives and stuff. It's
like 80% of women are like the same woman, bro. I swear to God. They do the same dumb shit. They have the same dumb responses. It's so weird, and it doesn't matter. And it crosses technical and professional barriers and financial barriers. It's at all levels and different areas. They all just become the same woman, and sometimes it's so fucking weird to watch.
Yeah. All right. Tarharak Taseti is saying girls got to stick together. Do you think that's what this is a case of? Girls got to stick together? Because clearly in a situation where one man end up dead, other man end up in jail, the woman in the middle of it, shout out to Dirty Folks, the fight promoter, normally walks away scot-free and goes somewhere else and finds some other guy to terrorize. Normally that's how it happens. However, because of those text messages or the deletion of text messages which counts as the tampering of evidence, now the woman in the equation, who's in between two men, or in this case groups of men, where somebody going to potentially end up in jail, somebody else end up dead or already dead, the woman can actually go down in this equation. Normally she can't because the only thing she did wrong is just just sick somebody on somebody. It's not against the law to suggest that someone goes and whoop somebody's ass. Not against the law to make a suggestion like that. At least I don't think. So normally they go away scot-free, and just the dummy who go on the kamikaze protection mission, that's normally the one who's going to end up either dead or in jail. The woman just goes away scot-free. She can actually go down, and then now you got a chick who's in a position basically trying to protect her in some way, shape, or form. The Black Merlin in the building with the $5 super chat. He says, all Keishas have one or more simp enforcers. So, gentlemen, stay alert and be prepared. Absolutely. Man. Death to all simp enforcers. Death to all simp enforcers. Yeah.
Well, I think we got one today. Well, on that day.
Hey, we're not advocating for nobody's murder. But yeah, shit happens.
I advocate for self-defense. I advocate for self-defense related
homicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, self-defense related death. Yeah, we call it that. Charles Merchant says, say it again, Bernard. The fight promoter definitely want to get paid, but when someone dies, she's claiming no responsibility. Right. All right. Let's roll a little more of this. And the fight promoter going to take the stand, and it's going to be funny. If you haven't seen that one, then you just haven't seen. Yeah,
she is special. Like, bro, you need to charge her for something. Find a crime and make her guilty, because this is too much.
Exactly.
Mr. Robinson was carrying a concealed firearm, right?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Did you give him immunity or a free pass because he was helping you?
No, sir.
All right. Good old TikTok.
Now, basically what that kind of is laying out here, and you're going to see a couple of clips like this where the prosecution is essentially kind of like breaking, I'm not going to say breaking, but definitely massaging the rules to charge this man with murder, essentially. And so it's like when you talk about things like the text messages, the witness, the black woman that they were talking about, the text messages, when she says she destroyed evidence, that is a crime. That is something, if you choose not to prosecute, you at least have to investigate. You have to do something, you have to figure it out or something. So the fact that they chose to, one, not prosecute, and then two, they're basically not using it as evidence from like an attorney's standpoint. What do you call it? The prosecutor, the state prosecutor, right? You're determining how this crime plays out, and you're going to decide that those text messages have no bearing on the events that played out. And I'm like, yeah, it's like you're trying to massage every little legal rule that you can encounter to make this a murder trial against this man.
Yeah. Yep. I'm about to. Now, this one is not the actual one that I'm about to pull up right now. This isn't the one of the chick. We're gonna get to that one. I think they might be saving the best for last on that one. But so we definitely going to get to that one. This is somebody, I think this may be his brother.
Yeah, there are a lot of clips. I got a couple more that I didn't send you, so we can burn through a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, he had to feel something.
It wasn't like a joke, like it was
right. Like jurors, like this wasn't no joke. The way this girl was hitting Travis, like she was pissed. That's how she was hitting him.
All right, and you're watching this,
correct? Well, not just watching, trying to diffuse it. I'm now this time at the point I'm actually trying to make both Travis and Dominique, go their separate ways and trying to just diffuse the situation.
Had enough at this point.
Enough.
Did you see Dominique fall to the ground?
Yeah, I saw her fall to the ground.
If your brother put his foot out so she would get away from him and she'd fall down?
Nah, I ain't seen him put his foot out. It seemed like she slipped because the grass had to be wet or something.
Either way, you saw her go to the ground.
Yeah, she did fall.
She stay on the ground, she get back up?
She gets back up.
Then what happens?
Then after that,
hey, that she gets back up He didn't say she got back up talking about that one situation. He said she gets back up. Like that goddamn, this is goddamn Terminator. Of course
she fall down, she get back up.
He did say
indestructible.
Like, you know what we talking about here?
Right. Of course she get back up.
Remember,
Let me ask you this: did you ever see your brother body slam her, so to speak?
No, sir.
Anytime that night?
No, sir. That's a lie. Jurors, that's a lie. My brother did not body slam her. She's making this up. All of them that came up in here.
Sustained. Never body slammed her, right?
Never.
You ever see him punch her or slap her or knock her to the ground on
No,
purpose?
no, sir.
All right. And that one, it would have been probably ideal to play that one before we played the video of her actually hitting him, because again, like that's how the story leaked out, that he was the one. The story leaked out that Travis Rudolph was the one being violent, which, you know, the tape proved that wasn't true, and he, you know, that's the brother just more or less saying what we saw on the tape. But this is the next one here. I don't know if you want to say anything in response to that, but that's the brother, the not so bright, the socially unaware guy who don't understand that, oh wait, my brother just had an altercation with a chick. I'm assuming that the brother of Travis Rudolph understood that was the family of the chick that his brother just had an altercation with. I'm assuming he knew and understood that, and then for some reason just proceeded forward to let them in. It's like, that's, I mean, not to open the door for him. That is weird. That is weird, but I don't want to beat them up too much, because at the end of the day, though, they were accosted or pulled up on by some people that came to do harm. So that's who the focus should be on. That's who the focus should be on. But yeah, not a smart play. Not a smart play by any stretch of the imagination. But let's see. Let me. And wait, nope. This ain't the chick yet on the stand. This is, I don't know who the hell is this white dude. Let's see. Let me see. Hold on. Where's it at?
Like I said, the chef kiss of white supremacy. You know, I couldn't help but to feel just a little bit. Maybe is this white supremacy? I don't know.
I don't know who this is. I can't even remember what he got to say. I watched it. I just forgot what he had to say. So let's see.
Not names. No, sir.
So how do you, where Kyla Jones comes up, you admitted that, so nobody else's comes up?
Not necessarily. No, sir.
Okay. So how do you identify to this jury the 5 phones you looked at?
The IMEI numbers are typically the way in which it is identified.
I'm asking typically, is there a way you can do it for civilians that don't know or memorize the IME numbers with somebody's name possibly associated with that phone?
I'm not a civilian. I identify things using the IMEI numbers.
Tell me the 5 IME numbers of the phones you received, sir.
The first phone is IMEI number 353-7763-9878-3660.
And you cannot tell us at all whose phone that is?
Not offhand, no, sir.
Well, I'm not asking offhand. You knew there was a trial today, right?
Yes, sir.
Your report?
I did.
Nothing in your report tells us an indication of whose phone that is, correct?
Again, names are not my concern. The devices.
I'm telling you my concern. Whose phone is it? Do you know?
I do not know.
Nothing in your report can help us figure that out. Right?
At this time, no.
What time?
These
You
are
come
the
back
investigators.
later? Or...
Say that again.
So he's an investigator, right? So it's your job to put together the facts, and it's basically like you're half-assing your way through the job here. And so that's kind of what I'm looking at. Like, why is nobody doing why does everybody seem sort of disinterested and defensive about this whole thing?
Yeah. It's I lost for words. I I'm trying to go through the process of trying to parse out, okay, what exactly was this man's job? Okay. Looking up the IME numbers or whatever number that is, knowing that does not help. I mean, if they have messages or whatever information that they gather from the phone, they have that information. Knowing the phone's particular special phone serial ID number, whatever the hell, that's irrelevant. What's important is knowing this phone gave us this information. Whose phone was it? If you can't connect the name to the phone, then we're just looking at a bunch of numbers and codes and stuff like that. So
it actually seems like a simple little bit of like deductive reasoning, but basically you could have a group of 5 people and a group of 5 phone messages, and if you could read all the messages, you would be able to determine which phone belongs to which person.
Yeah.
Like if you just actually paid attention and read through what you were looking at, you would get okay, so this phone has to belong to such and such person, because you've got all their messaging, and probably God knows what else you have access to when you can actually track the phone backwards like that. So who knows what data you can pull that you actually haven't made available to the court. But I suspect that you can learn exactly this specific information as far as like which phone belongs to which people, because it's not like you're just taking the random forensic data and trying to figure out who this belongs to in a nation of millions or a city of millions or whatever. You've got 5 people and 5 phone accounts, and you've got all the data associated with each phone account. It shouldn't be that difficult to figure out which person is which. I mean, one of them's a girl, for Christ's sake, so that would make it easier. Like that would stand out as just the language and everything about that phone would be different compared to the 5 men. So on those grounds alone, it's like you're an expert, are you? That's amazing. You're an expert now.
Yeah, that's wild. That's definitely wild. Shout out to Mar B, who sent a $5 Cash App. You sent that on a previous show that I didn't even get to acknowledge it. I think you sent it like immediately after the show, but I will acknowledge it today if you listen. Do appreciate you supporting the stream. Because today they took the phones to Geek Squad at Best Buy and would have got better answers.
They would have had all your pictures, everything.
Oh man, that's funny.
Did you know this was the trial today?
Sustained.
Did you know today was the trial, that we needed to know these things, or you didn't know that?
Oh, that was a question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes.
But why aren't you prepared?
I am prepared.
All right. Tell me the second phone, so the IME number.
Wow. It's like it's so many little moments during this whole thing where they're just sounding just sounding ridiculous. Let me get this one ready to go. Get this one queued up. I'm already laughing in advance at this one because it's so funny when you just listen to the chick, the fight promoter. Shout out to Dirty Folks. When you listen to the fight promoter talking, it just takes it to a whole nother level. And if you got more clips on her other than this one, by all means send them. But yeah, we gotta get to this one. Give me a second. I'm pulling it up right now. Where the hell is it though? Hold up. All right, now shit want to act funny. Shit want to act funny. Why is it acting funny? Let me try again. Hold on. Let me try Yeah, shit is that.
You can share my screen if you want to. I got something ready to go.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll pull that up. All right, we good.
I bet. All right, we could kill the music.
yeah.
You want to see it? I'll show it to you. You received the text message at 10:15. Go shoot his shit up, and then you want to see it?
No, sir, I don't. I want to go home, but you just are so insistent.
Do you want to answer the questions or not?
I'm here legally because I'm obligated to be. Whether or not I want to answer these questions isn't of importance.
All right, so 10:15, you get a call from Don.
Now, I'm not sure exactly who it is because obviously the camera's not on him.
Time out.
Yeah.
That reminded me of Rasheed Wallace in the press conference. I think that was Rasheed Wallace. It was like, I'm just here so I won't get fined. every question they asked him, he was like, was that Ron Artest? I can't remember who that was, but every question they asked him after the press conference, he was like, I'm just here so I won't get fined. Because they get fined if they don't do the press conference.
So you know him, he probably in custody for real. He probably arrested and being held on some other shit. And they like, look, you're going to have to go to this court and say the words we tell you to say. Otherwise, it's going to get ugly for you. Saying it's Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn, oh yeah, that's so Marshawn Lynch all day. But yeah, I don't know why I couldn't remember. But yeah, Marshawn. I don't know why Rasheed Wallace, who was the one who sat there and answered every question. Both teams played hard. They asked him a very specific question. Both teams played hard. He just did that. Yeah, they be killing me in them press conferences when they just be tired, just through with it. God damn it, just play this damn game. I'm tired. I'm ready to just be done with this shit for now. Yeah, y'all gonna ask me a million questions after we just got eliminated. Fuck yeah, I'm out. But anyway. Charles Merchant in the building says, great stream, Bernard. I absolutely abhor simp enforcers. Absolutely 100%.
What do we get for $10? Everything you want.
Thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that. All right, yeah, go ahead and you can go ahead and enroll some more of that.
Dominique, right? That's before you did the research on your web browser to find out about Travis Rudolph. Correct? Because that was done at exactly 22:56. That's 10:55, probably 50 minutes later. Why are you looking up Travis 50 minutes later?
I don't know.
And then you look up specifically his injury. You're trying to find out if he has a torn ACL, if it's still injured, if he's able to fight or run away, right? You're trying to size him up before you get there.
Damn.
Right?
Are you telling me, sir, or are you asking me?
I'm telling you and asking you. Isn't it right? Isn't it true you did that?
First, what are you telling me? And then secondly,
you're sizing him up before the fight. You're looking, I'm checking out the guy I'm about to go talk to or whack, one or the other. And
he was supposed to put that in a direct form of a question.
No, he really said whack like he was talking to a good fella, though.
I didn't even catch that.
You go whack him. Oh, that was funny. He about to go whack him. He had to size him up before he whacked him.
Talk to or whack, one or the other.
Oh, that was dope. Oh, he's going to go whack him.
Did not catch that. Whack him. But no, that's
your size.
No, go ahead and play it.
Sizing them up before you get there. Isn't that true, sir?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's a wild one.
Hold on, I got another one with her, with the fight promoter herself and all of her glory. Like, if you think these people don't give a fuck, oh my god! Like, if not giving a fuck were a person, it would be a black woman with her weave.
Yeah, I'm sitting here Why am I having such a hard time finding that? Oh, you sent me that one later. That's why I
That
can't
was in the
find.
second email batch. Yeah, it was like two
Yeah,
emails.
yeah. That's why I'm over here going crazy. Like I know I saw that shit.
It
But
was a thing where I was like sort of pulling them up and then sending them to you, and I realized I had just sent you a whole bunch, and it was a lot more footage, and so I was like, you know what, I'll just sort of hold on to some of the other stuff.
all right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Now I got it. I couldn't find it to save my life. And here we go. All right, here she go.
And you're not just trying to distance yourself, right?
Distance myself from what?
Right, well, you didn't want anyone to know that you were communicating with them because you didn't want to get in trouble.
Get in trouble for what?
Well, you could have been in trouble for setting this whole thing up and setting this in motion. Weren't you concerned?
Setting what up? Your client shot 84 rounds. There was no shots back. What did I set up?
Well, you sent somebody to go shoot him, didn't you?
Did he get shot?
You sent somebody to shoot him, did you not?
Did he get shot?
All right, Ms. Jones, you had to answer the questions, not ask them. All right, next question.
Bruh. But he ain't died though.
No,
it ain't like you died.
But did he die?
Right. Little bitch ass nigga live. I don't even know why I'm here.
Oh my goodness. Just the whole body language. Where she just sitting there like this. Yeah, okay. Set it up. Set it up how? They shot him? No, they didn't shoot him. He shot at them. I didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Did he die? You sent people to go shoot him. Did they shoot him though? You know, it's like it's like the whole concept of attempted murder just don't even cross her mind. It's like either was murdered or he wasn't. It's like she up there on some Jedi shit, just some Yoda shit. What is it? Do or do not. There is no try. She Yoda in their ass. Do or do not. There is no try. You tried to get him killed.
I did not. Matters all that is. Like this, yeah, this is, and then they're going with it though. That's what's crazy about it. You with the prosecution, you with the white man. That's why I'm like, this feels weirdly like the white supremacy they be telling me about. Is this the white supremacy y'all be telling me about? I swear to God, it feels like it.
Oh my goodness, man! I gotta run that one back. You said you got another one of her. If you got another one of her, I
got that one. I got like a different part of this moment because I think she just had that one testimony, and so there were moments. So I got a different clip, and then I got a longer clip of that other guy that was just on the stand too, because he, I don't know, the whole thing just looks crazy. It all looks funny.
I gotta run this one back. This was just classic. This was golden.
And you're not just trying to distance yourself, right?
Distance myself from what?
Well, you didn't want anyone to know that you were communicating with them because you didn't want to get in trouble.
Get in trouble for what?
Well, you could have been in trouble for setting this whole thing up and setting this in motion. Weren't you concerned?
Setting what up? Your client shot 84 rounds. There was no shots back. What did I set up?
Well, you sent somebody to go shoot him, didn't you?
Did he get shot?
You sent somebody to shoot him, did you not?
Did he get shot?
All right, Ms. Jones, you had to answer the questions, not ask them. All right, next question.
Oh my goodness.
So basically, if her brothers actually had to pull the move off properly, then we could talk. But clearly they were so incompetent, she cannot be held liable. That's basically what we're doing here. like technically okay, they're shooters, but they didn't actually shoot anybody. So how are you going to blame me for things that never happened?
Yeah.
That's a brilliant legal strategy, by the way.
the person who puts out the hit is not liable if the hitmen are incompetent. That's basically the argument. That you're not liable for anything. No, I put out the hit, but they were so incompetent. Y'all got to let me walk. That's the argument.
Shooter didn't shoot nothing. How am I responsible? How am I responsible if my shooter ain't shoot nothing? You gonna have to. I thought this is America, people. I would really try to use that.
This is a meritocracy. God damn it!
Yo,
they
that
did
was
not get the job done. Do not hold me responsible.
Oh wow, those are cojones right there. God damn, that was brilliant though. You gotta respect that. Like, all jokes aside, you gotta respect the amount of balls it takes to hold you stood your ground on that argument. God damn it, God bless you. That was amazing.
Oh man. Oh man. All right, what we got here on this one? Looks like you got a phone call coming from an old school phone. Was that you? Okay.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I gotta pull this other clip up. Hold on a sec. Let me drop this down because that's not the window.
Okay.
All right, here's one of them. Yeah, your girl is tripping.
She had stormtroopers pull up on her. Oh my goodness. She said, if I hire the stormtroopers to come in there, they don't shoot nothing, but they don't shoot no damn body. Y'all cannot say nothing to me. Oh my goodness.
Who wouldn't be concerned? This is not a normal situation. Of course I'm going to be concerned.
That's why you said I needed to do this research to see if I had to turn myself in.
I research everything. I research what.
Doubt it.
Any little thing, I research.
I have no.
I'm a knowledgeable child. I'm sorry if you felt like.
A what? What the fuck did you say?
Yeah, she's a knowledgeable child. Oh man, I tell you, they have to find a crime that she's guilty of because we cannot allow this to continue.
Who wouldn't be concerned? This is not a normal situation. Of course I'm going to be concerned.
That's why you said I needed to do this research to see if I had to turn myself in.
I research everything. I research what.
Doubt it.
Any little thing, I research.
I have no.
I'm a knowledgeable child. I'm sorry if you felt like.
I want to hear what the white guy's got to say. Oh.
What? She's just.
Who wouldn't be?
They had like a long. How do I say this without getting called racist? Pause.
And all you can do is laugh. Yo, that white laughter be so offensive, bro. That white laughter is be like, did this nigga just call me that was an N-word laugh, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, hold on. I got a different clip. Let me drop that window. Okay, this one's a little bit longer. This is a better clip because there's a lot of like damning statements here, and I just don't understand why the prosecution is riding with these people right here. Yeah, sure that. All right, damn.
All the story is him putting his hands on me. That is really the basis of everything.
All right, 4 seconds in, and we're not even going to get past this part. Let's just.
All the story is him putting his hands on me. That is really.
The moral of the story is him putting his hands on her. We saw the video, did we not? And the thing is, we are, and as black men of this culture community, you are trained to eat that and take it in stride. I remember when the dude Blueface, he was doing like a reality show with that girlfriend of his, and there was a famous like scene that went viral where he was already known for getting into fights with his girlfriend, but everybody knows she's the one that be fighting him, and he's not just gonna sit there and get beat up on. And so he has like a little showdown, a confrontation with her family. And her family expects him to just take her abuse. And they're willing to beat his ass if they don't take her, if he doesn't just let her abuse him. He got to find a better way. She doesn't have to change at all, and he's supposed to deal with it. If you love her, you got to let this ride. And then what made it crazy, the worst thing about it, he got into like fights with everybody, but he got into a fight with her father too. And there was a scene before, I don't know if it was before or after they actually fought, but the father said out of his own mouth, he done been arrested behind women, been beat up, shot, and stabbed behind women. And that's just how it is. And I'm like, man, listen, we don't need you around, bro. one of them last ass whippings should have stuck, because this shit ain't right.
Yeah. That's bad. That's bad. Well, you know, that's some accept my fate, my lot in life. Damn it, you know, I got my ass whooped by all three of my wives, and you got to take these ass whoopings from my daughter. That's what we do as men. That's essentially the argument. But carry on. Let's roll the tape.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's what you're expected to accept, though, and then that's kind of what she's kicking right here. That's the only moral of the story. Doesn't matter if I popped off on him because of something I was mad about. He should have never hit me back.
All the story is him putting his hands on me. That is really the basis of everything. And I didn't send my brothers to kill him.
Just sent a text to go shoot up his shit, right?
I didn't say shoot him.
You sent a text to go shoot up his shit, right?
Correct.
Let me tell you what the shit is.
When you're angry, you say things. I'm sure everyone in this courtroom has said something when I'm trying to speak.
I just love this. I don't know if you caught it, but the white lady asking, so tell me what the shit is. No. What is the shit? Did you catch that?
I didn't say shoot him.
But wait a minute, though. The text message said, shoot
him.
Yeah. So hold on, wait, damn it. Hold on. I got it right here. Give me a second.
Got cue it up. I'm gonna keep paused.
When I came outside, literally, Tyler, like, he sucked.
Threats towards Rudolph.
As soon as I came.
Damn it. That was it. Hold on.
Evidence shows they both made threats toward.
All right, let me make that bigger on my screen. I don't know if y'all can see it. Okay, please go shoot his. I thought it said shoot his ass up. That probably does say shoot his shit up. So that's her argument. I'm assuming that's what it says because that's what the white lady in the courtroom repeated. Shoot his shit up. All right. So yeah, either way it goes. Look, you know, you can't diminish the threat value of that statement. If you're talking about them going by 4 men coming through with guns to shoot his shit up, that means basically just shoot up his house. All right, that's still attempted murder.
Yeah, really.
And basically saying just do it. One, that's why it'd be, you know, technically a lot of black mass shooter. Well,
yeah, we're getting somewhere, are we?
Yeah, I ain't trying to go all the way there, but that whole culture of just doing the ride by and just spraying up the house. That's how grandbabies be getting shot, and grandmamas, and you know the dude who you was the dude who you was mad at got grazed, but his mama got shot and his niece got shot. You know that's how that shit happened.
Not only that, we can use this as a case study that black women play a key role in motivating a lot of those mass shootings as well. There's an unspecified, undetermined percentage of black women who are directly responsible for these situations.
Yeah.
There's one now.
You sent a text to go shoot up his shit, right?
Correct.
Let me tell you what the shit is. 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 Let me tell you what the shit is.
When you're angry, you say things. I'm
Hold on,
sure everyone in this court
was funny with that because there's a white person in the courtroom in a goddamn pantsuit asking a black person to explain Explain this nigga shit. Translate this nigga shit to white. What is the shit that's going to be shot? When you said go shoot his shit up, what was the shit? What was it?
Well, come again. What was that, please?
Oh man!
As I said, that part just I caught that a second ago. I was like, holy shit.
When you're angry, you say things.
Let me tell you what the shit is. Let me tell you what the shit is.
Remix.
When you're angry, you say things. I'm sure everyone in this courtroom has said something when you're. I'm trying to speak. If you want me to answer your question, you have to let me answer your question.
Well, if you were responsive to my question, I wouldn't have.
All right.
Just tell us all what this shit is. God damn it, black lady. You are pissing all these white folk off. Judge about to get involved.
Answer your question.
Well, if you were responsive to my question, I wouldn't have.
All right. Answer the question, please.
Okay. Can you repeat your question?
Question was shit. What does shit mean in the context of that text?
Anything but him. Tell the story is.
God damn it. There it is, bro. There it is, bro. Don't die on me now. Don't die on me now, Bernardo. There it is. From the judge, from the white man himself. Oh, shit. What is it? Yeah, you see what associated with these broads force you to do, bro? You see what you're forced to do now because you got to associate with this broad? Oh, my God. Even the judge, he has never had to do that from the stand. In all of his years white judging, he has never had to say those words. And here come Keisha.
Is him putting his hands on me. That is really the basis of everything. And I didn't send my brothers to kill him.
Just sent a text to go shoot up his shit, right?
I didn't say shoot him.
You sent a text to go shoot up his shit, right?
Correct.
Let me tell you what the shit is.
When you're angry, you say things. I'm sure everyone in this courtroom has said something when you're. I'm trying to speak. If you want me to answer your question, you have to let me answer your question.
Well, if you were responsive to my question, I wouldn't have.
All right. Answer the question, please.
Okay. Can you repeat your question?
Question was shit. What does shit mean in the context of that text?
Anything but him.
God damn. And this is why this is the worst part about the fact that women be motivating so many shootings. It's like these the bitches that deserve to get shot. You should have been the one that got shot. Look, you everything about you tell me you deserved it. But no, it's other niggas gotta die. Other niggas get shot. It's never them. They never have to get touched. That's the worst part of the whole thing. It's like, bro, come on. If anybody in this scenario deserves a bullet in the ass, it's this person right here.
Man. All them damn simps went on a crash dummy mission for her. God damn. They went and gave that kamikaze protection for that chick right there. Like that's man.
Wait, there's more. Speaking of the Simpsons.
You were asked by the prosecution on November 8th.
Nigga, you crying? I know this nigga ain't up here crying these light-skinned ass tears, bro. Get the fuck out of here with your light-skinned tears. Them shits is not gonna help you when you go to jail.
You were asked by the prosecution on November 8th, 2021. Again, you were asked that Dominique texted you and Kashawn saying shoot his shit up. Is that correct? And you said, I don't remember. Right?
Correct.
Wasn't until Friday of last week was the first time, 2 years after this happened, was the first time you ever said that's what she texted you, right?
Correct.
It's in black and white. You saw a copy of it. The prosecution, the police, somebody told you, here it is. They got it now.
I agree.
Because you knew Dominique erased her phone. She was trying to hide evidence, right? She told you that.
No, sir.
You still talk to her every day?
No, sir, not every day.
You still texting her messages, you love her and you got her and you'll do anything for her? Those kind of messages like we saw?
Less it's less often that we speak or have spoken. So no, sir, we don't relay those messages quite as often.
But you still love her, right?
Correct.
Do anything for her?
Circumstantially.
Okay. Would you go defend her honor again?
No, sir.
You asked if Chris was at your house.
Why not? Why the fuck not? What do you mean, no? What's wrong with it? Oh man, why you look all sad now?
Oh my goodness,
bruh.
So I was sitting here thinking that the guys who went over there, I was thinking they was all like related to her. That's why I was sitting there looking with this confused look on my face. So this somebody that was like with her?
Well, all right. It basically is like her brother that she called, but the brother has friends. I think is that situation, and I'm not sure what his actual relationship is to her.
He sounded like he was clearly romantically involved with her in some way.
Something like that, yeah.
So the brothers and brothers' friends, and I guess a boyfriend or dude she was messing with went to go jump a dude that she was messing with. Wait, hold on, I'm confused. Okay, wait, is the guy in the Travis Rudolph? Oh wait, no, Travis Rudolph was married, and that chick was his side chick. So it's a situation where it's like, so I'm looking at him like, wait, you ain't her main? Are you her main dude, or just one of her dudes? Because I mean, clearly she got dudes.
Hey. I'm sorry. I just had a thought. This is, feel free to judge me later, but if I'm messing with a girl, right?
Okay.
And it comes out that she's messing with another dude, and the other dude beats her up, you belong to him now. He done marked his territory, and it would be wrong for me to go messing with that man's property.
No. I don't see nothing necessarily wrong with what you're saying. I mean, especially if y'all was just seeing each other.
That's what I'm saying. He done marked his territory. He is laying down signs for the world to see. This is mine. And who am I to get in the way of love is all I'm saying.
Like if she's not my full-blown woman, if we just messing around with each other, and then some other dude she messing around with then beat her up, I'm like, clearly this guy got more passion in his passion for you than what I got. Because you ain't important enough to me to bring that much emotion out of me. But if you can bring that much emotion out of him, y'all clearly got something that y'all need to work out.
He obviously loves you and cares deeply
about
the things you do.
I was trying not to say this that the man who beat her up loves her, apparently. But that's why I said, clearly it's some passion being brought out of him by you that you can't never bring out of me. So clearly, this is something I got to get hands off. I got to get hands off. You in a whole situation that's bringing y'all to violence. I need to make sure I get completely out of this. You know, last thing I'm doing is teaming up with the brother. And somebody in the chat room said that she was married.
I keep hearing that, but I haven't gotten real confirmation on it though. So it's a rumor.
Now, if she was married and so yeah, so she got her side dude running up on one of her other side dudes. That's what that is. She got a side dude running up on another side dude that she hit first. That she hit that she attacked, by the way. Like, it's that bad. It's that damn bad. Okay. He said Nick Taylor says married, but
Married but separated. All right, yeah. I don't think that gives you much. You know, pull the trigger and get off the pot. Either shit or get off the pot.
I mean, I understand the concept of being married and separated. You still dating people, but if your marriage is that fresh, but if your marriage, the separation from your marriage is that damn fresh to where you're not even legally divorced yet, like how are you that entangled in a situation where you got dudes shooting at each other? It's like you shouldn't be all the way there yet. Not that you should ever get there, but you shouldn't be there. That's all I'm saying. It's like you newly single, fresh out of a marriage, and you've been not with your husband for 5 minutes, and you already got one dude dead and another dude facing life in prison. Like, goddamn.
Somebody in the chat says she got too much dip on her chip, bro. I'm done.
Okay, somebody is Saint Cyr is saying that's he said that's not it, Bernard. It was her actual blood brother and 3 of his close friends. Okay, well, who the hell is this dude? Because this dude is talking like he's in love with her.
I mean, you know, doesn't mean that close friends aren't allowed. You know, maybe she liked the close friend. I don't know. Who knows how close the close friend is?
Yeah, you could be a close friend to the brother and still got a thing with, you know, the sister. That's probably why y'all close. I mean, yeah, you know.
Dan, could you imagine that? Like, bro, man, that's your sister problem. I don't want to get into it. Yo, you have to. Remember that time? You hit it too. You gotta help me. Like, yo, niggas is so weird, bro.
Damn.
You fuck my sister. You gotta help me now.
Hey, when it comes time to get the goon squad together, anybody with a connection, you know, rather you used to hit it, uncle, cousin, brother, anybody ready to bear arms. Let's go. Now we get new information to the table. What is this? She got a BBL at age 23. What the hell? Yeah, well, how does BBLs get in this conversation?
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Like,
I have a theory though, and because the BBL is such a new thing, we already have like BBL related deaths just because of bad medicine or whatever. But I think in the future you can see like BBL connected homicides. The same way there are women who are like motivating these incidents. I think women with BBLs have more power to motivate these incidents. Like, dudes will crash out for a better butt. I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, play ball.
By the prosecution, he said, "I don't remember." Remember saying that?
I agree.
You asked if Sebastian showed up separate from Chris, and you said you don't remember.
I agree.
You called them. You called Sebastian and Chris and said, "Come on over. We need to go do whatever your words you want to use." We don't know. Let me ask you this: did you call those 2 guys?
Yes.
All right. And the phone calls you had, to your knowledge, none of those are recorded, right?
I'm not sure.
Shout out to Dr. Thunder. I didn't see that. I must have been looking at the other screen. I didn't even realize that you had super chatted. If you're still listening, Dr. Thunder in the building. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Drop Dr. Thunder's channel in the chat room. He says, here to support you brothers. Shout out to Bernard Riley and Hood Conservative. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to True Hype. He says the defense lawyer was grilling her about being married, and it's really bad and funny at the same time. She said Travis didn't ask if she was married. It's kind of like that sometimes with side chicks. You don't really, don't want to know too many details. Don't want to know too many details. That is wild. Thank y'all for the super chats. Thank you for the super chats. Do appreciate that. All right. Do we make it to the end of this? Oh yeah, we made it to the end of that one. That one, that's a wild one. Like he literally sounded like a jilted lover. Like he was, he was sad and heartbroken that his you know what? Damn it, I just realized this was back in 2014. I was talking to a chick, and we was just talking, we was kicking it or whatever. And I found out later that she had a whole situation with a dude. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I just we were just kicking it. We were just kicking it. It wasn't nothing important. It was only going on for a few weeks or whatever. And they situation that got crazy where they had like gotten to it, and she had started telling me about the shit, and I was like, yeah, I don't think she was telling me.
You belong to him now.
No, but she already did. I think they got into it real bad, and that's how I ended up in the picture, because she was, I guess, they'll find somebody that, they'll cheat with somebody I'm air quotes cheat, because they have an argument, a breakup over the weekend, they get into a bad argument before the weekend start, and then they go like a week without talking, and then they get back together like normal. It may have been something like that.
Women are so crazy though. Like women really think the solution to he beat me up and I'm mad about it, so I'm gonna go fuck somebody else. That'll show him. Like women are so crazy, bro.
Yeah, I just realized that situation. I mean, it was a while. I mean, hell, it was 2014. It's 2023 now, so we're talking 9 years. But yeah. I mean, I
know the way a living was whack. She don't get it back like that.
That's the situation. That's a situation where it's like I gotta understand that if you're just the dude that's just there, you don't bring you don't bring that much passion into the situation. You don't. The link is in the chat. Anybody want to come up and participate in this conversation? Side dudes shouldn't be fighting. Shouldn't be defending nobody's honor. And what's funny is the guy said, would you still defend her honor? And homeboy said no. But that's sort of the thing with it. Defending the honor of the dishonorable. Like, that's where it just gets goofy beyond belief.
Bro, she didn't have any honor to defend in the first place. Like, that's really the problem here. Like, you wouldn't have never been in this situation if she was truly an honorable woman. You know what I mean? Because it's not like she was dealing with a dishonorable man per se. And so her dishonor, her lack of honor is what created the situation. And now you find yourself here, quote, defending her honor.
Yeah.
And I got more clips of her on the stand too, by the way. I got a couple, like 2 or 3 more clips of her.
Yeah,
all of them.
We'll roll it. But all right. Man. If
that dirty folks lotion and soap.
Dirty folks lotion soap. Hey man, stay away, from the professional fight promoters. Yeah. I mean, everybody on my channel knows my number 2 rule in life is not to get killed by a simp over a toddler. So this is like my worst fear. this video. But bro, I just came in because Hood said that they think it's strange that to get back at a man, they have to sleep with another man. Y'all ain't noticed that everything they do is naked? Like when they got clothes on, you're gonna die, bro. So that's just how it works, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. That's their fault. I blame the guys. I blame all the guys because they listen to her with clothes on.
Should have asked her when he hit you, was you naked? Well, see, that has to be so weird. Your sister call you up. Your sister call you up. This motherfucker, he hit me. And be like, all right, calm down. I just need to ask, were you naked when he hit you?
My sister know not to call me. Let me tell you something. I don't care though. Look, you have to go in witness protection for me to protect a girl, bro. She has to be somewhere in Utah in another name, joining a cult, wearing a potato sack for me to be like, all right, I'll protect you. Because this is what happens, right? She calls you on
Hold up,
Monday.
you rescue girls from getting in the cults, man.
No, like she got to be in the cult for me to protect her.
She got. Oh, you okay? You got to join my. All right, yeah. That's
she got to be part of somebody culture because they're uncultured creatures. Like, what do I look like fighting for you on Monday, then you sucking them off on Tuesday, and me and dude still into it on Wednesday? Like, I don't care what girls do. I don't care about their crocodile tears. I drink their tears. Y'all know how I feel about Al 5. You know what I'm saying? I call it Al 5. You know, so you can go out here and get your DV on. I think there should be more DV in the black community. Because these chicks need to know some type of penalty. It has to be like a unilateral thing, or it can't be an individual person doing it. It has to be like a code, like, you know, if you do this, you're gonna catch DV.
Like it's a disease. No, here's the thing, bro. We and black men have had probably like one of the worst image hack jobs done on us, especially when it comes to DV. May Tina Turner rest in peace, but may Ike Turner forever be remembered for the greatness that he was. Ike was probably the prime example of how black men have been not just socialized to kind of accept abuse, but then also we've sort of been demonized in the media as the abusive partner. It's a crazy 1-2 punch. It's like that rock in the hard place kind of trap. We're like, so to the outside world, everybody thinks I beat you up all the time, and that's just how I get down. But everybody in the house watches you just wild out on me, and I'm trying to manage the situation as calmly as I can without beating you up. Because if I leave a mark, then look, see, I told you about this nigga. And this is how the trap looks. This is how it goes.
Can I ask you a question, Hood? I have 2 questions. Well, actually 3. It's one question, but 3 parts. Would you be offended if I called you my dog? Like, yo, Hood, that's my dog.
No.
Would you be offended if I was like, yo, Hood, that's my nigga?
No.
Okay, cool. So you understand that at some point, dog was a negative connotation toward men, and men embraced it. Same thing with nigga. I think that black men should lean into it and bring that DV back. Because if you're going to get blamed for it anyway, go all out with it. Be the man that they want to see you to be. Because here's the thing. You can't have it both ways. You can't have the world saying that black men do not train their toddlers. To the point that they want to get passports to take our daughters because they can't check their own. And then say that you're abusive. I think that you should lean into the DV.
Bernard, you remember last week's show, and we reviewed some like really old footage, and it was like not race, but like black love. It was like a black love type of conversation, and this was like in the 60s, and the black man back then was sort of making today's arguments about how this new type of black woman, she doesn't want the black man to lead, and she gets in the way, and there's too much of this and that or whatever. And then
it's not new for many African Americans.
Wait, I'm about to go right to the part where you're talking about.
Oh shit, you had that shit on trigger like that. That shit was on your mind since we had it. Since we did that show.
No, I that's why I uploaded, so it wasn't that far down. I just had to click present and then scroll down through all my most recent uploads, and it was right there.
Yes.
Quick with the trigger, but hold on, here go. I think this is the part you was talking about. Hold on.
Well, she was basically saying, look, you're gonna have to fight me for the power. Like I'm surprised your bitch ass ain't fighting me.
Exactly.
Part of our being. We're going to do anything to you dealings with. They are perfectly willing to sit back and let us do anything we want to.
I don't think that you have to reprogram men. I think you have to reprogram women.
No, you have to reprogram the man so that he will forcefully take what belongs to him, because you know women, as long as we can get, we're gonna get, and it's part of our being. We're going to do anything to you that you let us, whether we want to or not.
You don't want to live on the level of income that I can afford you.
All right, that was pretty much the part you was referencing right there.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point right there Dirty was making, and that's sort of the tease, nana and a boo-boo type of game that black women are playing, where it's like they want you to go out and fight some type of race war against the white man because of white supremacy, da-da-da-da-da, and you could believe in that argument or whatever, but on the practical level, she is the boots on the ground making all the command decisions that affect you daily the most, and she knows it, and she'll never, like, she doesn't want to be acknowledged as that. So all that energy that you have, that anger about whatever, she wants to redirect it towards them, and that's how you get her respect, right? That's her game. If you go out and attack this white man, I can be respected, but the more direct approach is probably the best approach.
Hey, man, the enemy you know. I just want to say this. First of all, she was very unattractive to be talking so raspy. I just don't know why you would take that for such an unattractive woman.
Yo, black men been struggling for so long.
Second of all, that's that low self-esteem, Coochie. Second of all, I mean, the argument doesn't change as far as, you know, what girls say now, you got to handle me or whatever it is.
Yep.
It's the same thing. But until you handle them, and then, oh my God, it's the bully. Let me call white supremacy to come get him out the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. They want slavery. They want oppression. And I want to give it to them. They want to be slaves. They want to be dominated in such a way. They want to be naked all the time too. So don't get them clothes. Just have them out here barefoot like the Africans they think they are, and because they'll be happier. Because they can't be happy because they're girls, but they'll be happier. And it doesn't matter if she's happy or not, as long as you're happy, because then you'll be productive. Everything they do is to destroy you. And I say they, and I'm not saying not all, because if it's an exception out there, she's exceptional. So we got to go with the general rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kidnapping, alienation, get you fired from your job, untrustworthy behavior. Because you know this all started with her being untrustworthy, going through his phone, and then calling him untrustworthy when she was already dipping. So all of those things are to distract you from your purpose. That's why you never see a black man with a black wife do big things, because they're too busy fighting Keisha. Like, all great black men have white wives, and they hire people and they create stuff and invent stuff. You don't see nobody with a Keisha invent stuff. They got to go home and argue about why they 5 minutes late from work. They want to be slaves. Men have to take when they say what does the black community need to do, and I don't give solutions to the problem, because if girls are the problem, why would I tell you the solution? You the problem. I say, man, you remove you, then all of a sudden I'm anti-black, right? Which I am, because black is women, gays, and felons, and I'm not big on women and gays. I'm cool with felons though. So there's the only thing left is subjugation, because we're gonna end up in what they're doing is setting us up for pseudo slavery right now. Every fat dyke in Chicago is an alderman, and they whole thing is to be against me. The whole Chicago Teachers Union is fat black women, and they want the intellectual property, but they don't want to give credit to the men. And any woman that can't follow one man depends on 4 men, and they got 4 simps to go out here and get deleted for whatever they talking about. And I blame all this on Malcolm X. You know you're on mute, right?
Yeah. What I'm just got a question about the Malcolm X part. What did Malcolm X got to do with this? How is this Malcolm X fault?
Hot, he made it a hot line. Y'all made it a hot song. This is what Malcolm X.
Oh, bars.
Malcolm X. Here's the thing: of the 100 race wars or whatever you want to call, 20 literal race riots was cities got burned down. 22. Out those 22 cities that got burned down or rioted, 19 were over women, right? Only 3 was over money. So, y'all know about the Rosewoods and the Tulsa, Oklahomas, but you got Peoria, East St. Louis. You got a lot of places that got burned down over women, right? Because women are the catalyst. Not just black women, white women too. Both of them, right? So you'll have white women that say a black dude whistled at her, and then you'll have black girls that got pregnant by a white guy and was like, I'm gonna keep this baby, and end up having a picnic. You know what I'm saying? So all this was chaos. The whole thing is that black men thought that white trailer park men, because it wasn't white men, the trailer park trash would burn towns over they women, that you must be a man by protecting your woman. But they don't realize that the rest of the white race was like, yo, them trailer park cats, we got to go stop them. I mean, who you think was stopping them? Black people weren't stopping them. The government had to come through. White dudes from other towns had to stop them. Like, white people don't even accept that, like, yo, that's trailer park activity. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing about attaching your manhood to your woman is dumb. And that was a Malcolm X. But here's the thing, though. He was doing that because he wanted women to join the Nation of Islam. He was doing a sales pitch. But people just took it because they always delete that last part when he like, come to death row. They're like, come to the Nation of Islam, right? That was his speech. You get tired of your producer all in the video, come to death row. He was like, man, you get tired of being disrespected, being the least protected, least respected, come to the Nation of Islam. They cut the NOI part out and keep that, and girls think they're the least protected, least respected. And every black person thinks they have to protect the black chick to be a man. My whole thing is bring DV back, bro. That'll make you a better man. But
people do not talk enough about how Malcolm X was heavy on that come to death row strategy. Like he was heavy on that. That was his whole thing. He used to be sneak dissing and not Dirty Mac, but constantly dissing Martin Luther King and everybody else who was speaking up for black people on some come to the Nation of Islam. That's what he was on heavy. And then when he fell out with them, he was dissing their ass up until they. Okay, I ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, right.
It's a documentary and several YouTube videos that explain what happened. I mean, it's videos of them in a damn mosque basically celebrating, like, yeah, we got that nigga. But anyway, shout out to Solo Dolo in the building with the $10 super sticker. Do appreciate that.
What do we get for $10? Everything you want.
We gonna pass it. I'm sorry, I got background phone going off. Hold on. But no, we're gonna pass it to brother Xavier in the building. Go ahead. You got the floor. You got the mic. What's on your mind?
Peace, brother Bernard, brother Hood Conservative. What's good, brother Dirty Folks? Of course, we know this isn't about protection, right? We've seen these types of things many, many times before. This is called willing to die and willing to kill for love. I'm going to give y'all 2 names. One is Calvin Munderland, and another one is Austin Simon. Calvin Munderland was a security guard in Detroit, Michigan, and he stopped 2 women from coming in a store without a mask at a store that he was working for. The women left. They came back with 2 simps that was armed with guns, and they shot Calvin Summerlin in the head and killed him. Austin Simon, y'all have probably heard of him. He was in Brooklyn. His girlfriend came in a store. She couldn't pay for the kids' candies and chips. She left out of the store. She came back with Austin Simon. He came in there, knocked the old Dominican man down behind the counter, and the old Dominican man ended up jugging him in the throat and killing him. Now, I give you those 2 examples because what often happens when these women talk about not being protected, it has nothing to do with protection, okay? Nothing at all right? Because you can't protect someone from something that has already happened to them. You can only protect them during the encounter. And what happens is these women, they go and they start a dumpster fire, leave from said dumpster fire, come back and get these simps, and they bring 2 gases of gasoline, 2 jugs of gasoline, and pour more fire on an already burning fire. It's not about them being protected, brothers. It's about them being embarrassed and their feelings being hurt. So they come back for you to go and avenge their embarrassment or their hurt feelings. And these simps are so stupid, okay? Because these women can get these dudes to come back and shoot up a store, kill somebody, stab them, beat them up, and do all this kind of stuff, but they can't get them to do anything else. Like the girl who got Austin Simon killed over that bag of candy that she couldn't pay for. She was able to get him to come back in there and knock the clerk down, but for some reason she wasn't able to get him to buy the bag of candy for the child. You see where I'm going here? It's easy.
Right there.
It's easy for these women to get these dudes to do anything except something that would actually help them. And these dudes are idiots, all right? They're idiots. Because if you're willing to go running back somewhere because some woman came talking about somebody, oh, they disrespected me, you're a fool, man. You are a fool. You're not protecting this woman. When these dudes go back there, they're not protecting these girls. Brother Bernard, you know what they're doing? They're showing off in front of her. That's what they're doing. They're showing off. They're not protecting her. Protecting her from what? Embarrassment? Hurt feelings? I mean, and usually when this stuff happens, man, it's usually something one of these hoes have already started. They're usually the starter of the encounter. They are usually the person who initiated the problem. And then they come run back and get you, and you run down there with your 38. You run down there with your 50 cal. You ready to shoot up the store. Because, see, these women are not used to some man checking their ass. So when they get checked, they clutch their pearls, then they run back and get some simps. And these simps come back ready to either kill or die for love. But that's all.
Very well said. Very, very well said. Shout out to Brother Xavier on that one. Shout out to Brother Xavier. And also shout out to, damn it, hold on. One second. I don't even want to get your name. K Powell in the building. He said he said in the Cash App, he said she just toddler identified. So yeah, the dirty folks lingo is spreading all through about. He says he sent that at a time that we had the chick on the screen. That was the fight promoter was on the screen. And yeah, toddler identified. But go ahead, Dirty.
I love what he said. He forgot one though. Remember the guy at Dunkin' Donuts, and the black girl got him deleted because he didn't have his COVID mask on.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, he had just came to the States from Dominican Republic or something. He had been here for a month and got deleted for going to Dunkin' Donuts without a mask.
I remember another story, and this is probably like the first COVID killing. There was a girl, a black woman who went in the store, and the security guard, there's a black dude, he's a security guard. He was telling her she couldn't come in without a mask. And so I guess they had words, and she went back and got her husband and her son. And so now this son and the boy and his stepdaddy went out to go kill the security guard, and they got arrested and all that.
It's Calvin Munderland. That's what I just spoke about. That was his name. Was Calvin Munderland.
Oh, my bad. I had
in Detroit.
Wait for a second ago.
Yeah, happened in Detroit, man. And from what I understand with that story, man, she had kicked the man, spit on him, hit him, did all this kind of stuff to this security guard, and she runs back home and get these two idiots, and they come running back. But not for nothing, you don't know what these women are telling these guys. They may go back and say, oh, he hit me, he touched me, he felt my ass, he grabbed my breast. They can, when you are one of those guys who, into the whole thing of protecting these old mamas, anything one of these mamas come back and tell you, you're apt to believe. But I say again, it's not protecting, man. You're showing off. because I know I've been married to my wife for 22 years, right? And she come in here and she tell me, well, I went to the store, they wouldn't let me in because I didn't have a COVID mask on. Now, she can't tell me to go running back down there to do X, Y, and Z because they threw her ass out the store. All right? If they haven't hit you, touched you, assaulted you, or anything like that, it ain't time for me to load up to 50 and go running down to the department store and shoot it up. I mean, you stay your black ass out of there. They don't want you in there. That's their store. But
yeah, I was just going to say, in the civilized world, something as simple as they wouldn't let me in the store because I didn't have a COVID mask, regardless how you feel about the mask and wearing the mask or the vaccine or the virus, regardless how you feel about all that, if that's their store and their policy, they won't let you in the store because you don't got a mask. Amongst normal people, the conversation is, okay, did you go and get a mask? A lot of times, I mean, hell, damn near every store was selling masks. I wouldn't remember.
Yes.
I tried to go into AutoZone around that time. I didn't have a mask, and I was like, shit, y'all got something? AutoZone was selling masks. You know,
the gas station.
Yeah,
on the other side, there was a restaurant that I used to love. It was this little diner downtown I used to love, and I would go there and have steak or whatever. And one day I had my kids with me. It was a Sunday. I had my kids with me, and it was during COVID, and we were looking for something to eat. And I'm like, all right, let's go right here. The restaurant's right around the corner. So we walk over there, and I didn't have I wasn't vaccinated or whatever, and so they were like, well, no vaccine, no mask, can't come in. And I haven't ever been back to that restaurant ever since.
You know what? I want to say something. I don't know.
Real quick. How do they? This
because they used to have this was New York City. They had like little cards where you can get your stamp, your pass stamp, your vaccine pass stamped and shit, and say what I've had and what day. Like they was on some real crazy shit, and I refused to play along, and so the restaurant I liked, they was like on that shit, and I just never went back.
Yeah, see, they was light on that stuff in my hometown. I don't know if it was like that. I think it was kind of like that in Michigan overall. They was kind of laxed on it, like that. We didn't have to do nothing like that. Maybe, I mean, I don't live in Detroit. Maybe in bigger cities they was on that, but
Chicago was on that too. But here's the irony.
That's wild. That's wild. Yeah.
Here's the irony of that, and this is why I don't listen to girls with clothes on, so I would never have to fight for one. Here's the thing. During that same situation, who was on you the hardest as a customer when you walk in the store about a mask?
Trucks.
Right? Black women will harass the hell out you about a mask, but then get somebody to delete it if she doesn't have on a mask. You understand what I'm saying? Black women will tell you about love and no prenup and all this, but when they have money, they make whole shows about, man, they don't want a corporate wedding. They want a destination? What do they call it? A spiritual wedding. When they got money. Black women know the right thing to do. They just want you to do the wrong thing because they're creatures of chaos. And the reason is because they move like men. Like, honestly, women shouldn't listen to men messaging because that's all they do. Even when you look, and I like Crimson Q, I really do. And congratulations to her. She got married because she's from Chicago. So that was really hard.
Oh, get out. She did?
She got married?
Yeah.
No, it make perfect sense. She was married before.
Did she like announce it on her channel, or this insider information?
I guess she did, because the word on the street for the last week, like in circles, like, yo, Crimson Cure got married. I'm like, yo, is she from Chicago? So shout out to her.
Yeah, a funny joke around that on my show, it came up. I think Nate brought it up when Crimson Cure was on my show. They're like, oh, you had to ask her, like, is it true that like you get proposed to like multiple times a month? Like, dudes be watching her show and listening to what she talking about and be like, hey. Yeah.
Anyway. I mean,
I was like, the clock was ticking now. All right,
a lot of men would rather have a wife than a bad bitch, and she's a solid wife. Like I said, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense, and it gives her credence, because I couldn't trust that at first. I liked that content, but I didn't trust her because she's from Chicago. So getting married actually helped me, go back to check out her content. Anyway, but here's I'm dead ass though. But here's the thing. So.
Oh, somebody got background. Who was that? Is that Dirty? Is that
I
think that's Nick Taylor. All right, well, we're gonna go to Nick after you.
So just real quick, I'm gonna just say this. So my whole thing is when women make content, when women talk, period. If y'all take the time to listen, which is weird, but if women are talking, they're either talking from masculine. If it's functional, they're telling you a man point of view, to the point that if a girl says something that makes sense to me, I'll be like, yeah, what dude told you that? You know what I'm saying? But when they talk to each other, it's all chaotic. So, like I said, I like Crimson Cure, but if you listen to her content is really anti-bad woman. It's not what women need to do to be great women. It's just these are bad women, which is the same thing men say, which is my problem with dudes Cash App and women that say men talking points. But that's, yeah. So they need a man to instruct them even on the most basic rudimentary things. And the fact that black men are the only ones that follow their women to call themselves leaders. And I think that's strange. And because they think they black. Men think they black. Women are black. Women are definitely black. But men think they're black and think we're in the same gang. But women are not tribal. Men are tribal. Women just sleep with the winner. And black men have a very bad habit of playing the crayon games, and that's why they listen to girls.
All right, Nick Taylor in the building. Mic check on you. Are you there? Are you ready? It sounded like he had some background noise, like something was going on. I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure, but man. I'm shoot. Nah, we getting close to the hard stop that I gotta come to. We probably gonna wrap this up pretty soon. I gotta be off here. I gotta be off here at 2:00. Gotta be off here at 2:00. So we can definitely gotta be off here at 2:00. So yeah, we'll pass it around. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I want to make
okay.
sure
That was Stream. It wasn't me. It's StreamYards. I kept clicking the unmute thing, and then it just like it done the swirly thing and popped up. I'm sorry. What's up,
brother
Bernard?
Nick? My guy,
my brother from another mother. What's up, man? What's up, Hood? Dirty folks.
Good with you, man.
Bernard. Hey, you know what? Now, Hood, you in New York. So basically, they told you that when you went in that restaurant, Ziegen Sie Papier bitte.
More or less. I took it politely, but I've
conservative.
never been back. That's why I said, I'm okay, fine, but I'll never give you no money. And I like that place.
You know, but man, but they got them real nice shiny boots, though. I mean, them boots is the bomb. But we ain't had that down here in especially out in my part of Texas. I'm not in the big city. We ain't pay none of that SHIT no attention. Look, this is pretty much a lot of the bulk of y'all pretty much got it right on different ends. This is a case. Everything is the root of all of this. There's one common denominator with everything that's going on with this case, and that's that big bird Dominique Jones, Miss Unemployed real estate agent, you know, that's married but says she's separated and said that she ain't been with her husband in over 6 months. Now y'all can believe that if you want to, but hey, you know how it go. The root of all this is her. But here's the thing. A chick can't make me do something that I don't want to do. So these men, everybody involved, from the shooter to the dude that she was punching, to her brother that came, and to his two homies that came with him, every last one of them, you are responsible for your actions. Is she on some bull dung? Yes. But did she come drag you by your collar out the house? No. That means you went willingly. You took it upon yourself to throw your life in the meat grinder behind this chick. Everybody from the dude that was screwing her, all the way to the dude that was defending her, all the way to her brother, all the way up to Yellow Boy sitting up there crying. See, here's the thing. Yellow Boy figured he would help his friend, her brother, get some because Yellow Boy probably been he figured maybe that's going to be a lane for him to get in. Now tell me y'all ain't never seen that. I'm from Detroit. I know the deal. We've all seen that at least once. Everybody knows. I bet you everybody knows somebody right now that's effing with somebody. You know a dude right now effing with a chick that you done talked to on the cool and said, man, I bet you every last one of y'all up here know at least one. At least one. And you like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? There's no end game here. Okay, what's the end game with an overweight weave rat that's an unemployed real estate agent? How are you unemployed in the real estate market we have right now? See, I'm looking at the shit that everybody's looking over. How are you in real estate and you unemployed in this market?
I'm just giving you weave rat. That was bars. I'm still in that too, by the way.
Weave rat. Look, man, Davy Crockett coonskin hat. You know, I mean, man, you let a weave rat. And look, man, you can't tell me, and she gonna sit up here and play these games. You can't tell me about anything confident when you ain't even confident to wear your own MF hair. Fuck out of here. Look,
I'm gonna say this real quick, and then this is gonna be my final statement because I know you gotta go. That's why Chicago's such a dangerous city, by the way. I met our new mayor Brandon last week, right, while I was eating chili. First of all, to know my life is to know I can meet president. I'll meet the president because I want free food. I just pop up for free stuff and people be there, right? But the people who hosted it, it's something out here called Real Men Cook. It's when men donate Father's Day to cook for the people, which I think is crazy. Like even on your day you gotta serve, but I be going for the free food, so whatever. Right? So I go for the chili cookout. Boom, Brandon there. There's a woman that runs a newspaper called the Chicago Crusader. Her son runs the Real Men Cook. She put him on. Her ex-husband gets the funding. So everything goes through her, but she needs men to do everything. And all these men follow her like her little disciples, right? And her name is never on anything, but she is the queen pin, right? And basically that's Black America. And I appreciate the chili, and I appreciate them letting me go to their events for free because them tickets like $50 and I don't pay to get in places. But they told me they can't be seen in public with me until I stop calling women toddlers. I was like, really, dog? He's like, man, I can't be seen in public with you. You be calling them toddlers. That's why I ain't in the picture with him and the mayor. Like, man, you got to be nicer to women. That's Black America in a nutshell.
All right.
When he chased that dude down the street with the gun, that's when he crossed the line. If he wouldn't have cracked the shot, even running out state laws, look at the law for their state. Stand your ground. Don't cover you when the assailant is fleeing. Stand your ground. And y'all know I'm a firearm. I teach classes and train people on firearm safety. Stand your ground does not cover you if the assailant is fleeing and the assailant isn't carrying something that belongs to you. Like, all right, Bernard breaking my house. Now, Bernard, would I give him the TV? I would. Bernard, just take the TV. Don't tell no damn. Like, God damn it, but Bernard, take my TV, and I get to draw. I draw on him, and I don't clap him in the house. Okay. But he's still running down. He's still on my property, but he ain't made it to the street yet. I can tap Bernard because he has my TV. Now, Bernard drops my TV and I still tap him before then I'm in trouble now. Yeah, you're going See, down. That's the way. And he did. So the dudes didn't have nothing that belonged to him, not that we know of. And they were clearly off the property. So once he let go in the street, that's when they got him.
Yep. You can't fire on fleeing people because now they're not a threat anymore. They're heading away from you. They're not heading towards you. So, I mean, see me, I'm going to clap your ass when you heading toward me because, see, I don't want you to.
But what about the gray area in okay, they were a threat. He started shooting, and then they start running, but you're still shooting. Like,
You're supposed to stop.
You supposed to stop.
You're
When
supposed to
he,
stop.
I mean, with the video, you see him run out the house and he slip and fall on the grass with his rifle. Then he bust a couple. Then he went out to the middle of the street and shooting at them while they driving down the street. They you can't. I get it. I know how adrenaline flow is, but you can't do hell. It's the same way when we in a war zone.
Well,
Dude,
hold on. I would just say this: the one thing I would add as a caveat, because legally you guys are all on point. There's no really getting around that simple issue, but that's why we have juries.
Yeah,
true.
But you still have you got juries, but the law, you already know the prosecutor is going to show. All right, for this state, the castle law, the stand your ground / castle law is this. This is what it is.
No, I get that, but that doesn't change my power to vote the way I want to vote, and that's all.
And how many times
with
we've
Hood,
seen
with Hood Service
judges
saying
overthrow
that
stuff.
he need Matthew McConaughey to give a time to kill speech and basically look at that jury and say, imagine if he was white. I would understand.
Yeah. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. Yeah,
Hey,
give me the whole thing.
do we know what county this is in? Because you're gonna have to look at the political makeup of the county that you're in, that you're being prosecuted in. That's a big thing.
Yeah,
that's a big thing too. If you in one of them blue counties and you got one of them anti-gun, somebody on there, dude, you're done. And being a football player, he should be used to motherfucking having. I almost said the garden tool word. How the hell do you know how not to move around garden tools? And you was a professional football player, so you probably had a few. Come on, man.
And I didn't even want to deal with this because but this is by the.
Go ahead, Bernard. Just get it out your system. Go ahead.
Ex-NFL football player. How many years did he play in the league? How many years did he play? I don't know.
Let me see.
Let's just assume you played 5 years in the league. Made enough money. You look to be still in shape. What you could do better than her. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I'm sitting there looking at this chick. Like, that's what was just bothering me. I wasn't even trying to make it.
Shopping at Kmart, bro.
Well, maybe he was falling off. Maybe he was falling off.
I don't think he fell off that bad. I don't think he fell off that bad. I like what Hood said. He's still shopping.
You met her in line at Walmart. Like, come on.
Yeah,
let's keep it above.
something like that might have happened. But see,
I didn't want to make it about that.
This is the thing.
4 years. 4 years.
This is the thing, Brother Bernard. When you have these dudes, they ex-NFL, NBA. I'm going to give y'all another name before I go. Adrian Payne. He used to play for the Orlando Magic. He ended up getting killed, and he didn't even have anything to do with anything. How he ended up getting killed is that his girlfriend got a call from her friend.
Yep.
Because her friend was having an argument with her man. Yep. And her friend called her and said, "Oh, could you come down here? We arguing. He's bugging out." Now, she happens to be Adrian Payne's girlfriend. So she gets Adrian Payne to bring her to these people's house. And the guy comes out, shoots Adrian Payne. And Adrian Payne didn't have anything to do with anything. He wasn't involved at all. But this is what it is. And I'll end with this. A lot of times, if these men were just to do one thing, well, two things. Number one, tell these women when they come to them, sit your ass down. And most importantly, shut your ass up. If you were to say that to these women when they come to you with this BS, not only would you not end up dead, you probably wouldn't end up killing someone as well. But Brother Bernard, I appreciate you letting me up, man. As always, my brother, my guy Nick, man, I'm gonna hit you up, man. Probably sometime today. Yes.
Yeah, I got some news for you.
Yes. We shall talk, my brother. Brother Bernard, peace. Folks in the chat, man, I will see you folks on the other side. Peace.
Peace. Peace, Bernard. I'll catch up with you later. Be safe, brother.
Peace. All right. Thank you once again. Everybody who supported the stream. Do appreciate each and every one of you. Do appreciate each and every one of you. Damn it. It was something else. Okay. I'll announce. I had something to say. Had some announcements that I can't remember, but no, shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate everybody who support the stream in any way, shape, or form. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Peace. We gone.